Hello, this is Mr. Ahmed and today we'll do lesson 8.4, multiply a fraction or mixed number by a whole number. We studied before how to multiply a fraction by a whole number, and today we will multiply also mixed numbers by whole numbers. Our essential question today is, how can you multiply a fraction by a whole number to solve a problem? So let's unlock the problem. Christina's planning a dance routine. At the end of each measure of music, she will make 1 1/4 turn. How many turns will she make after the first three measures of music? So after each measure, she will make 1 1/4. And he asks how many turns will she make after three measures? So after each measure, 1 1/4. So after three measures, it's clear we will do multiplication here. Here he says, will Christina make more or less 1 1/4 turns in three measures of music? So after each measure, she will make 1 1/4 turn. So after the first 1 1/4 turn, after the second 1 1/4 turn, after the third 1 1/4 turn. So it's clear she will do the 1 1/4 three times. So she will make more than 1 1/4. What operation will you use to solve the problem? Here we said she will make 1 1/4 after each measure. So after three measures, she will make the 1 1/4 three times. So here it's clear we'll do multiplication. Okay, so we want to multiply 3 and 1 1/4. First, we have to turn the 1 1/4 into a fraction. And to do this, we multiply the 1 by 4 and add 1. So we'll do it like this. 1 multiply 4, which is 4, plus 1 is 5. So 5/4. So again, like we said before, multiply the whole number by the denominator and add the numerator. So 1 multiply 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5/4. And as we said in the past lesson, we can just multiply the 3 by 5, which is 15, and we keep the denominator 4. So it's 15/4. So 3 multiply 1 1/4 is 15/4. We just turn the 1 1/4 into a fraction by multiply the whole number by denominator, then add the numerator. 1 multiply 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5/4. And we multiply the whole number by the numerator, which is 3 multiply 5, 15/4. And in step 2, he wants us to write the product as a mixed number. Here we have 15/4, the numerator greater than the denominator, so he wants us to convert it into a mixed number. We know how to convert a fraction into a mixed number by using division. So we can divide the 15 by 4, and the steps of division, they were divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So divide 1 by 4, it can't. 15 divided by 4, how many 4s are in 15? There are 3 4s are in 15. After divide, multiply. 3 multiply 4, 12. Then subtract. 15 minus 12, it's 3. So here we do it like this. This is the whole number. We write it 3. And we make a fraction. The 3 is the numerator. This is the numerator. I write it up. And the denominator is the 4. So 3 and 3/4. So again, we divide 15 by 4. How many 4s are in 15? 3. 3 multiply 4, 12. I subtract, I get 3. The number up is the whole number. And the remainder, which is 3, I write it up in the numerator and the denominator is the same, which is 4. And now let's see how he will do it, how he will turn the 15/4 into a mixed number. He make it by a longer way, but let's see it. The 15/4, he decompose it into 15/1/4. So 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. He write it 15 times. And we know 4/4 make 1. So each 4/4 are 1. So this is 1. And this is another 1. And this is another 1. And we still have 3/4 left. So we have 3 holes, 1, 2, 3 holes. And we have 3/1/4 left. So 3/4 left. So 3 plus 3/4, which is 3 and 3/4. So Christina will make 3 and 3/4 turns. It's really a long way. You can just do it by using division, divided 15 by 4. So this is how we'll do it. We multiply a whole number by a mixed number. We turn the mixed number into a fraction by multiplying the whole number by denominator and add the numerator. And then we take this fraction, we take the product, and using the long division we can turn it into a mixed number. Okay, now if you multiply 3 by 1/4, is the product greater than or less than 3/4? Explain. Okay, so if you multiply 3 by 1/4, the product will be less than. Why? 3 multiply 1/4 equals, we multiply the 1 by 3, which is 3 over 4. So 3/4. And 3/4 is less than 3. So if we multiply a number by a fraction which is less than 1, like the fourth, it's less than 1, the product will be less than this number. It's like we are getting a fraction of this number. We are getting just some parts of this number. Now he asks, explain how you can tell that 3 multiply 1 and 1/4 is greater than 3 without finding the exact product. Okay, in multiplication table, if we have, for example, table 3, 3 multiply 1, 3, 3 multiply 2, 6, 3 multiply 3, 9, and so on. So if we increase the number that we multiply by, we are getting a bigger product. So we know that 3 multiply 1 equals 3. So if we increase this one, so if it's now 3 multiply 1 and 1/4, it will be greater than 3. Now rename mixed numbers and fractions. You can use multiplication and division to rename fractions and mixed numbers, like we said. Here he says write 8 and 1/5 as a fraction. So 8 and 1/5, we can simply do it like this. Multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator. So it will be 8 multiply 5, 40 plus 1, 41 over 5. And let's see how he did it here. He did it by a longer way. Let's see it. 8 and 1/5 is the same as 8 plus 1/5. and he kept the 1/5 for now, and the 8 he made it 8 multiply 1. We know that 8 multiply 1 equals 8, and instead of 1 we can make it 5/5. The 1 we can make it 3/3, 4/4, 5/5. Whatever the number up is the same as the number down. So now we can multiply 8 by 5, which is 40/5, plus the 1/5. So we'll have 41/5. This is really a longer way. We can just multiply the whole number by the denominator, and we add the numerator. So 8 multiply 5, 40 plus 1, 41/5. Here we want to write the 32/5 as a mixed number. Okay, to write the fraction as a mixed number, we use division. So we'll divide 32 by 5. The steps of division: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So here we'll divide 3 divided by 5, it can't, so 32. 32 divided by 5. How many 5s are in 32? We have 6 5s in 32. Now multiply 6 multiply 5, 30. Now subtract 32 minus 30 is 2. This 2 is a remainder. So we write it like this: the whole number is the quotient, the 6 is the whole number, the remainder is the numerator, and the 5 here is the denominator. So again, 6, the quotient, is the whole number, and the remainder is the numerator, and the 5 is the denominator. And to check it's correct, you can also multiply again. Multiply 5 by 6 and then add the 2. 5 multiply 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. Now let's try this. Find 5 multiply 2 and 2/3. Write the product as a mixed number. So we need to multiply, and after that we write the product as a mixed number. Before we multiply 5 by 2 and 2/3, we have to turn the 2 and 2/3 into a fraction. You multiply 2 by 3, 6, plus 2, 8/3. And now we multiply 5 by 8, which is 40/3. To turn this 40/3 into a mixed number, we have to use division. So I'll divide 40 by 3. Now divide 4 by 3. How many 3's are in 4? Only 1. 1 multiply 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now bring down to 0. 10 divide 3. How many 3's are in 10? 3. 3 multiply 3 is 9. Subtract, it's 1. So the remainder is 1. So we can write it as a mixed number like this. The 13 is the whole number. So we write 13 and we make a fraction. The remainder, which is 1, we write it up as the numerator, and the denominator is 3. The denominator doesn't change. So here is how we multiply the whole number by a mixed number. We turn the mixed number into a fraction. So multiply 2 by 3, 6, plus 2, 8/3. Then we multiply the whole number by the numerator. 5 multiply 8 is 40/3. And then we turn this 40/3 into a mixed number by using the long division. Explain why your solution to 5 multiplied 2 and 2/3 equals 13 and 1/3 is reasonable. We know that 5 multiplied 2 equals 10, and if we increase this 2 by 2/3, the product will be more than 10. So we have 2 and 2/3 is greater than 2. So 5 multiply 2 and 2/3 is greater than 10. So 13 and 1/3 is reasonable. Sense or nonsense? To find 5 multiply 2/3, Dylan says he can find 5 multiply 2 plus 5 multiply 2/3. Does this make sense? Explain. Okay, I'll say yes. Why? 5 multiply 2 and 2/3, I can make it like this. 5 multiply, and instead of 2 and 2/3, I can make it 2 plus 2/3. So 5 multiply 2 and 2/3 is the same as 5 multiply 2 plus 2/3. If we have multiplication outside and addition inside, we can use something called distributive property. So he can use the distributive property to write 5 multiply 2 plus 2/3 as we multiply the 5 by 2 and we multiply the 5 by 2/3. So 5 multiply 2 plus 5 multiply 2/3. And now for share and show. Here we want to multiply a whole number by a mixed number. So first we will turn the mixed into a fraction. So we'll multiply 3 by 3, then add the 2. So 3 multiply 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So 11/3. And now we'll multiply 2 by 11, which is 22/3. Now we need to turn the 22/3 into a mixed number. So we can use a long division. 22 divided by 3. 2 divided by 3 it can't. So 22. 22 divided by 3. How many 3's are in 22? We have 7 3's are in 22. 7 multiplied 3 is 21. Now subtract. Now we'll have 1 as a remainder. So to write it as a mixed number, the 7 is a whole number. So we write 7 as a whole number and we make a fraction. The remainder is the numerator. So 1 is up and the denominator doesn't change 3. So 7 and 1 over 3. Now multiply, write the product as a mixed number. We'll do the same. So we'll multiply and then write the product as a mixed number. Here it's easier because we have a whole number multiplied by a fraction. We can just multiply the 6 by 2, which is 12 fifth, and we can write this as a mixed number by using long division. So you can divide 12 by 5. So how many 5s are in 12? We have 2. 2 multiply 5 is 10. Subtract, we'll have 2 as a remainder. So to write it as a mixed number, this 2 is the whole number, and the other 2, this is the numerator, and the denominator is 5. It doesn't change. So 2 and 2 fifths. And here, first we need to turn this mixed number into a fraction. So I'll keep the 3 for now. Multiply. I'll multiply 2 by 4, then add 3. 2 multiply 4 is 8 plus 3, 11 fourth, which is equal. 3 multiply 11 is 33 fourth. If I want to make it as a mixed number, I'll use a long division. So 33 divided by 4. How many 4s are in 33? We have 8 fours. So 8 multiply 4 is 32. Subtract, we'll have 1 as remainder. So to write it as a mixed number, this 8 is the whole number, and we make a fraction. This 1, which is the remainder, is the numerator. I write it up, and down is 4. It doesn't change. So it's 8 and 1 fourth. Okay, here also 2 multiply 1 and 5 sixth. I'll keep the 2 for now. I'll turn the 1 and 5 sixth into a fraction. So I multiply 1 by 6, which is 6, plus 5, 11 sixth. Then I'll multiply the 2 by 11, which is 22 sixth. And I need to turn the 22 sixth into a mixed number, so I'll use the long division. So 22 divided by 6. How many 6s are in 22? We have 3 sixths. We have 3 6 are in 22. We have 3 6 in 22. So 3 multiply 6, 18. Subtract 22 minus 18. It's 4. So this 4 is the remainder. So the remainder is 4. So we can write it as the whole number is 3, and the remainder will be the numerator. So it's 4 over 6. It doesn't change. So 3 and 4 sixths, or 4 and 6 we can simplify it. So we can divide up and down by 2. So if I divide up and down by 2, I keep the 3, and 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So it's 3 and 4 sixths, or 3 and 2 thirds. So guys, to multiply a whole number by a mixed number, first you convert the mixed into a fraction, then multiply the whole number by the numerator. You will get a fraction which has a number up bigger than the number down. To convert it into mixed, you use the long division. And now it's your turn. You try to solve on your own questions. And if you are in my class, we'll discuss the answers on the live session. Hope you guys enjoyed the lesson and have a nice day. Bye.